Well, hello, and welcome back, everybody. I'm AJ O'Neill, and today I'm working on, I'm continuing the installer for Zig for webinstall.dev. And let's see, what all have I got up here? Let's move this on over. I need to get the way that I'm doing the new screen setup in sync. Anyway, we're going to need ye old Windows Lappy. So this is my dual boot Mac right here. I'm gonna have to get this thing out and get Windows up and running on it. I foresee, because basically we had to test the PowerShell installer and then we got to write the cheat sheet. So in the last session, I talked a little bit about what Zig is, and I'm going to talk about it more probably in the next one. Tomorrow is probably when I'm going to be doing my first project in Zig, which is, and did I say Zig before? Did I say C? I meant to say Zig. But anyway, I'm going to be generating BLS key pairs, which is kind of an obscure cryptographic key pair scheme that's only used in certain rare communities. But anyway, that's what I'll be working on next. And since I've kind of committed enough to, if I do nothing else, I'll be using Zig to cross-compile Rust. In fact, if I can get to the point where I'm doing Rust more because I'm cross-compiling it using Zig, then that would be great. But the thing that I love about it, just to give the brief re-overview, is mainly this right here. That it is a drop-in, zero dependency drop-in C++ compiler, and then also that supports cross-compilation out of the box. I also really like the simplicity of the language. I'm going to put this video up again in the comments here real quick, so anybody that's interested can check it out. And then we're just going to get straight into the Windows installer, which I'll be writing some stuff over here and then testing it over here on this thing, which unfortunately you probably, well, yeah, you won't see. Anyway, what was it? The road to Zig. There we go. Switch to this tab. Yes, where is this tab? Here is this tab. Here you go. So if anybody's interested, that's what it'd be. Now, with the intro out of the way, let's go ahead and have a quick word from our not actually a sponsor, Mr. Mountain Dew. Pop a top, my friends. And let's open focus. Good, still cold. Okay, so by the way, I'd love to know who's on tonight. We got some old people, some new people. What's the crowd? I'm going to go ahead and get this restarted so that this is going to, I'm holding down the option key over here, so this will boot into Windows. So what we've got is this right here is the JSON output from ziglang.org/download index.json. We've translated that into what we need it to be for Webi, which if I can take my finger off of this in just a second, I'll be able to type on that. I don't know if it's not rebooting. It might be doing some sort of install or something. All right, let's go. Oh, there, dang it. I left my finger too soon. Okay, I'm going to hit restart again. And this time I'm going to hold down a few more seconds. Anyway, we should be able, there we go. Now it'll boot into Windows. We should be able to do zig.json. Here we are. So we're basically, so far we've translated from the JSON format that the Zig index.json gives us to the format that we support with webinstall.dev. And let's see, ready to choose backup options? No, thank you. There we are. All right, great. So Windows is up. That's excellent. Now we can go work on our Windows installer, which shouldn't be too much work. So let's see. Let me make sure I've got this out of the way here. There we are. All right. So I've already got the Linux installer is set up. So what is it? Zig install.sh. This is the one that we did last time. So it's just a couple modifications from the template, not that big of a deal. And now we need to go make some similar modifications to install PS1. And I'm also going to update the category list. Here it is, the categorical listing. And, oh, bless me. This is one of the simpler packages that we have. I'm going to put this here for... So put this down at the bottom. This is going to be Zig. And what have we got? We've got package type. Okay, yeah, it's a package tar or zip xz. No, we don't have bear xz, so I'm going to put dash for that. Well, it is tar xz actually, but it's not. Yeah, never mind. Okay, so it's not bear. Does it come with man pages? Let me double check that real quick. So we've actually installed this on the beta server. Let me go check. Local opt Zig. Let's see, doc standard. No, it does not come with man pages, which is quite all right. All right. Let me check under lib just to be sure. Interesting. It has an include. Okay, that's not anything there. Okay, so no man page. So as far as man page goes, no, none of that either. This is not something for Go Releaser. This is not on GitHub, and it does not require MSVC as far as I know. Okay, so there's Zig. So I'm trying to keep a list of the categorical, the kind of the categories of installer. I know that we do have some that are bare XZ, but at some point I'd like to be able to heuristically identify how to create these installer scripts without actually copying and pasting and editing as a human, but basically saying, okay, here's a couple of checkboxes that we can determine. We can just download, you know, given that we know what the download link is, we can tell what package type it offers for which platforms, and then we can inspect those inside and see where things are located and tell how likely it is that we need to be using one style of package management versus another. Okay, so that is that. So the PS1 file, I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. We're going to replace all instances of foobar with Ziglang. And then we're going to replace all instances of foo with Zig. And now we're going to go back through. Let's see. I think we're also going to replace the... We don't have to replace the version. And keep this thing alive over here. All right, destination command. I'm guessing... not exactly sure how this is going to go. Oops, I think it's going to be like that. Let's go ahead and download the Windows one and just kind of see. So we have .zip right here. Let's get the stable version. There it is. So here is our download. And we're just downloading this so that we can check to see what it looks like. Go to downloads. Oh, by the way, new fun thing that I just added to the Stream Deck is we now have this effect in case we need it. I had mentioned this a few sessions ago that I wanted to have the Mario coin sound, and I wanted to have the Doge be able to pop up for, you know, one of those Web3 is going great type of scenarios. And so there it is. All right, so I had that. Oh, wait, we got it to download. Good. Let me go ahead and open this up. I've got some awesome sound effects cooking. All right, so here we are. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Dang it. Let's go up. There it is, zig.exe. So yeah, I think the structure is exactly the same, which is good. The structure is exactly the same between Windows, Mac, and Linux. All right, so we're doing that one. And we had bin and dir. So I think I'm going to fill all these out as well. So our bin folder, unfortunately, Zig, for whatever reason, doesn't actually use a bin folder. So bin and dir are going to be the same here. And then destination is going to be the same as dir. And then this one we're going to clean up as well. There's not going to be any bin here. There's not going to be any bin there. And then this one is going to be, again, the same as dir. Okay. We got the downloads, package download, place where it's going to go, testing, showing the exact URL, and it's actually going to be Zig. I probably should update this in the other place as well, that the folder path should be called Zig. We don't have anything to do there. So we can remove this. Delete this comment if not used. Move single binary. Yeah, we're not going to do that one. Unpack this archive. Whoops. So unpacking archive, package download. Yeah, that should work just fine. Install location is going to be package source dir. And well, I guess, no, that makes sense. That should echo the actual path all the way to the command. So we're going to create a new item. Let's see, I guess. I don't know that we need to do that. I think we just move it. We just move it straight to package source dir. Okay, and then let's get rid of, let's not actually call it Ziglang here. Whoops. Sorry, I'm going to put a couple of comments here. Hey, how's it going, y'all? Welcome. What's up? How you doing? What's news? Okay, so we're going to do Zig here like that. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Ziglang, because when it gets unpacked, it's not called Ziglang, it's called Zig. I think that's fair enough. Okay, so we should be able to do the move, and then copying into here from here. This shouldn't be hard. Remove item destination dir. Yep. Package source, package dist. Okay. Move item to where it should go. This should just be a rename operation, I think. Okay. And then same thing here. Remove item destination, copy from force source to destination. Okay, so this should work now. Let's see if it does. So I've got my command prompt open over on my Windows computer. Let's see, is this, what is this? All right. So I am going to go update this real quick while I've got it on my mind. Over here, we're going to get rid of, we're going to replace Ziglang with Zig in a few places. So the name of the function can stay, the name of that can stay, but we are going to rename it here to be more consistent with what it's called in its package file by the Zig maintainers. And then what else? We're going to need to develop the cheat sheet. I'm not exactly sure what that should be. That's going to take a little bit of thinking. I think I'm going to keep it light on the cheat sheet side at first, because I think the most important thing about Zig is actually the cross-compiling, but I haven't done any of that yet, so I can't really speak to that in the cheat sheet. But I think that'll come up soon. So with what we're at right here, I should now, fingers crossed, be able to install this on Windows. I'm just going to go to beta.webinstall.dev/zig. And then I'm going to copy and paste. So let me bring that over here so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So we're at beta.webinstall.dev/zig. And of course, the cheat sheet here is just the foobar stuff so far, but it does have the correct install command. And if we click on Windows, this is the one that we just set up. So I should be able to copy this and then paste it into a terminal. Now that seems like a bash terminal. I must have had that open from something else. Surprised that survived the reboots. Okay. Let me open up a new terminal here. Was it Control N? Will that get me new? No? Okay. Let me go here. Command. I always test it on command, although it should work on the other ones as well, obviously. Okay. It's doing something. It's downloading. So I think it's going to work for Windows as well. We'll see in 30 seconds or so. Okay, in the meantime, let me go ahead and get started working on the cheat sheet. If any of you know anything about Zig that I should put in the cheat sheet, speak now, and of course we can update this later as well. But the title of this should be, I think we just call it Zig. Homepage would be ziglang.org, is that right? Yeah, ziglang.org. And then what is Zig's tagline? Do they have a good one? Yeah, we'll go with this. Oh no. The obvious joke. What if I want to zag? Well, Zig Ziglar, I think, says that you should zag if you feel like zagging. Oh, interesting. So I think our Zig installer is wrong because, let me see how we do this for Node. Install PS1. Do we use Pathman anywhere in here? We got opt. What? No. I wanted Node. Vim node install.sh. No, not sh. PS1. There we go. Pathman. Okay, so we do put this in Pathman. This needs to be the way that this is done. I'm going to go ahead and copy that. That's the missing line here for the Zig installer because it did not add it to the path. So this should not be a big deal. And I know I didn't copy it, so I'm sorry, I'm skipping back and forth. Add to, this should say path. So Windows path. And then this is going to be Zig, of course. So that should be just fine. All right. Heard of it. Never heard of it before. Well, yeah, I talked about it a little bit in the last session. I'll talk about it more in the next session. You're here because you want to zag? Or you're here to make good jokes? Because both are acceptable. Let's see. Yeah, Zig is like Rust, except not like Rust. So there's a few languages that are I don't know what to call them, the lesser languages perhaps. There's Zig, Nim, VLang, and Crystal. VLang and Crystal, I think VLang is meant to be like Go, but more C-like. Crystal is meant to be like Ruby, but more C-like. Nim is meant to be like Python, but more C-like. And Zig is meant to be its own thing that is just a better way to build the same way that you would build with C. So it's whereas Rust is a C++ alternative, a better C++ alternative, Zig is a better C alternative. I think that's a fair way to describe it. Rust is to C++ as Zig is to C. And I highly recommend watching the talk that I already linked, but I will post it again. It's called The Road to Zig 1.0. This is also on creedsofcraftsmanship.com, which I'll just go ahead and put that there as well. So software engineering talks and prezos. I'm pretty sure I have The Road to Zig 1.0 on there. If I don't, that's a mistake I need to correct. Okay, here I'm going to rerun the Zig installer, and I expect that everything should go well here. Okay, what else am I doing? Oh yeah, the cheat sheet's what I'm working on right now. So we're going to update the README. I think I want C like There we go. I think that sums it up well enough. And we could say Zig at 0.10 beta, etc. There we go. All right, so we're going to have opt Zig is the main thing that's going to change. That's going to change. Okay, cheat sheet. Foo doesn't exist, and this text should have been replaced. It doesn't do anything, but what it does is useful because it is. Everybody knows it. I think I actually have a package called foo on Webi. Let's see. Or maybe I was creating one. I don't remember what the joke was. I made some sort of joke about having a foo package, and I think what the foo package would do was if you ran the foo command, it would delete itself. I think that's what I was going to do for a package named foo. Okay. Yes, only the best jokes. You know, that's kind of a high bar, though. I'd say only not the worst jokes. It's got to make me chuckle a little bit. And I have to say, what if I want to zag is actually one of the worst jokes? So that one would be not allowed on the channel because it's a little too obvious. Because it's what everybody's going to say. Anytime somebody hasn't heard of Zig before, the first clever thing they're going to say is, well, what about Zag? It's one of those things where, let's see, have you ever, do you have a first name that's similar to a celebrity, or you have some sort of characteristic? So for me, when I was in high school, every single girl that I met would ask me, oh, you're really tall. Do you play basketball? It's one of those things where it's so predictable that it's only funny if you're an outsider and it's the first time. So only Steve quality jokes. Got it. Yeah. That'll work. By being the worst, it's the best though, but not because there's no uniqueness to it. It's the same joke everybody else is going to make. It has to be, there's got to be a uniqueness quality to your joke. As long as there's a uniqueness quality to your joke, it can pass. Speaking of which, let me get over here and see if this install finished. I don't know why I said speaking of which, because there was no speaking of anything. The Zig version. Woo! It works. All right, cool. So we now have our Zig installer working on Windows. We really are down to the cheat sheet. Zig is a C is a modern, let's see, is like C, but with hindsight and there we go. Let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to think of how do I want to describe C or Zig to people to make it easier to understand. So Zig is a drop-in cross-compiling toolchain for C and C++ and Rust and Go and CGO for that matter. It's also a language like C, but intentional and with the benefit of hindsight. And I kind of want to say, lastly, and I don't know what the reference is. I need to go find out the reference. I think it's Starcraft, Zig Starcraft. Let's go find out what it's about. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Zerg. No, that's not Zerg. Zigzag defense. Zigzag. It's also a reference to the zigzag tower defense. So something about Zig is a reference to StarCraft or some game like StarCraft. Is StarCraft the one that's all your base are belong to us? Oh, video game Zero Wing. Oh, that's weird. I thought it was from StarCraft. Dang it. Okay, how about this then? Zero Wing Zig? Oh no, let's not do that. Okay. Okay. Is a protagonist starfighter. Okay. And also a nod to Zero Wing. There we go. For people that don't get the joke. Now they can get it too. Now no one's left alone. R in matter? Ah, yes, thank you. There we go. Matter. Good. Let's see. Zig is two things. Okay, let's go take a look and see what this looks like so far. If we just refresh here. A general purpose systems programming language. Purpose. There we go. Is that generous enough? And then I kind of want to grab the Zen of Zig, and I want to include that here because I think that that is, for me at least, that's part of what drew me in. Um, so, and I'm gonna do this as well. I'm going to put that the road to Zig. The road to Zig. I'm going to put that in the cheat sheet because I think if you want to understand what Zig is, this is the I think this is the best way to go about understanding it. Okay.
Thanks everyone for coming, and
Oh no,
thanks to Carol for that shout out. That was incredibly.
End. Okay, thank you. There we go. I do want you to go listen to his voice. Okay, no, that's not quite the right place for it. Where should I put this? Philosophy, maybe. And then the Zen of Zig. That's the other thing I want to reference here. I love languages that have a Zen or a Proverbs. Go took a long time to get theirs, but they have Go Proverbs now. I think that it is a mark of quality of a language when you've got a mission statement of sorts. Let me check out here what we've got in the comments. What was this? The gist? I don't know if origin of the Zig programming language's name. It, to me, what this sounds like is this Python? Yeah, this is Python. Vowels, random int val. I don't know. I don't. I don't think that that's. I don't know if that's going to be helpful. But the origin of the name, because the hello world for Zig is all your code base are belong to us. So there it is. Yeah, there's 100%. There is a nod to Zero Wing. Oh, whoops! I don't think I meant to do that. Oh, yes, I see. I see where I have gone wrong because that right there. Yeah, that's a URL character, but it's also. Yeah, okay, that's why I had one too many and one too few ending parentheses because this parenthesis is part of the URL. All right. Anyway, let me go grab the Zen of Zig. So if we're at the home page here and we go to documentation, and we go to the latest. Okay, that's not working out right. Okay. Then down at the bottom here is the Zen of Zig, which we are going to copy and paste into here because it's awesome. And I hate that I just said because it's awesome, because that's a terrible thing to say. But yeah, this is what part of what got me into it, which what made me decide, yes, this is something that I care about and I want. Let me go to this. All right. Okay, so what are the things we want to highlight about what you can do with Zig? I think create a sample program. To compile C code. Zig cc main.c. What does the main.c look like these days? Hello world C. Let's just see if this works, because I think this will. So we have Zig here. I'm just going to create a temporary directory. Zig c hello.c. Yeah, we'll just call it hello.c. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I made a directory. I'm going to do vim temp main.c. All right, now let me do zig cc temp main.c and see what happens. All right, did I get a main in this folder? Do I need to do -o, or maybe it put in temp an out? Did it put in temp a main? Oops. I don't know what that did. I don't know where it put the files. Hey, oh, it worked. Huzzah. Hey, did you ask me the other day if I do front end stream? Somebody asked me the other day, and I have a few. So the Bliss series is all front end stuff. Let me see if I can find that for you real quick. I will get back to that at some point, but Bliss is my note-taking tool / blogging tool. And I created this and its full feature set. Everything that I've done was live on stream. Let me see if I can grab that for you real quick. So if you want to watch me do front end, but I don't do front end framework stuff. I just do JavaScript. Okay, let me go to YouTube Studio here and see if I have search across your channel. Yes, so let's search for Bliss. No, that's not what I wanted. Let's try this again. Content. Yeah, let's go to content. Let's filter content things that have Bliss in them. Nothing. Let's try again. Bliss. Let's see. Blog. Maybe I think I called it blog as easy as gist. I don't know if I've got a playlist for it. Let me look for blog. Nope. Let's look for Bliss. No, so I need to get. I'm gonna ask Josh to do that. Josh, will you take all of the Bliss and blog as easy as gist videos and put those into a playlist? Bliss, blog as easy as gist. Thank you. So I'll get that playlist out to you soon. Hey, ho, let's go. Haven't touched web my whole career. I do machine learning and computer vision. Cool. Oh, you thought I loved React again with the so unique jokes. I appreciate it though. It's not funny, but I appreciate that we're connecting at that level. So thanks, AJC. Okay. Oh, now I got it. When you said Steve quality, you meant from JavaScript Jabber. Duh. I forget. I have my life somewhat partitioned in some respects. And so I forget that, of course, people, I mean, and you've mentioned this before. I think you've mentioned that that's one of the places that you found out about this. But I forget that people, a lot of, a fair number of people come from JavaScript Jabber to here because it is so different in the content that it is. Well, other than my ramblings, but that's not unique. You get that in any part of my life. But I am just going to take a pause real quick to create a playlist that has some things. Let's see, do I have the blog one in here? I don't think I do. So blog, nope. Bliss. Okay. I'm gonna take this playlist. I'm just gonna edit it real quick, and I'm gonna add a couple of videos to it, and then we'll go from there. So Bliss, blog and notes, easy as gist. That's what I'm gonna call this playlist. I'm gonna go ahead and make it public. I'm going to sort it so that new videos go to the bottom of the playlist And we're going to add some videos to it real quick. And then I'll get back to the main enchilada that we're working on here with creating the cheat sheet for the Zig Installer. Okay. Live videos here. Let's see. All these ones that are blog. Gist. Okay, let's just check all. I think this is true. No way. I can't have that many. Hold on. Ah. So they're live coding. All right, so we got some that are just called JS blog. Got some that are called Bliss. I want to add these to this playlist and save. And then I should be able to, okay, now I can share this playlist. Anybody who wants to watch the front end stuff. Sort by date published, oldest first. All right, it looks like we've got some parts that are missing or have the wrong number or something, but this should be good enough for now. Okay, here we go. Wait, you've been on the show twice. Wait, who are you? Dang it. AJC. Oh, what am I drinking? Oh, I'm drinking ye old Mountain Dew. Ye old Focus, as we call it. There we go. Okay. So Josh, I actually did just create a playlist. It's missing some, I guess at least maybe 3 videos at the start. It's probably got some gaps. If you would look at the big list of all the videos and just try to see anything that mentions blog that appears to be part of the gist, the Bliss series. Oh, excuse me. That would be great. So I'm just going to plop this in the digital assistant channel. There we go. Boom. All right, that's taken care of. Now I can get back to, all right. Okay, I remember Redwood now. Slinkity. I'm trying to remember if I remember that one. Anthony Cumple. Because I wasn't familiar with your name, you know, we have when we do the show, we don't actually, you know, we only see generally the first name, and so your last name is not familiar to me. So I have not recognized this. Okay. Redwood JS. Yep. Okay. I will have to take a listen to those again so that I know who you are. So I've actually got the voice and the picture in my mind. Okay. All right. So I'm moving on now. I'm going back to the cheat sheet, and I'm just trying to think, what are the best things that somebody ought to know about this? I think knowing that it's a drop-in C compiler, to me, that's one of the most important things. So I think we should give an example of that. Maybe we could even do... I wonder, let me try Zig help CC maybe. Zig CC-H. Zig-H CC. All right. Cross-compiling. You can use Zig. How to compile C with Zig. You can use Zig as a drop-in C compiler. Now, what I need to get to is how do you cross-compile? That's the interesting thing, right? Is how do we cross-compile C with Zig? And let me look into that. I think on the webinstall.dev issues, I had some documentation that pointed towards this. Let me look for Zig in here. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and assign this to myself because I'm doing it. And then let's see. Check which targets are supported by Zig. How to list Zig's cross-compile targets. There we go. Same thing here. All right, that should work. I just need... Let's see. I'll just link to that there. Okay. Oh, good. And then we just pass target options. Nice. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, this is, yeah, maybe I want it like this. Oops. So how to list and use, and then let's just go ahead and put some, just put a few of them in here. I'm just going to put ... Let's go ahead and list these and see what we get. Because this is why I mentioned this in the last session, but the reason that I'm not using Rust on the daily is quite simply just this problem. There we go. That's actually what I wanted to output as. So let's, I'm gonna grab a bunch of these and then I'm only gonna select the most common ones. So let me actually make this the way that I'd want the output to be, which would be like this. And then, you know, I'm just gonna put the most common ones here. Arch 64, Linux muscle, macOS GNU ARMEB. I don't really care about that. Yeah, let's just go with that. I don't care about all of these. I don't care about all of these. Wasm Wazzy Muscle. There we go. And then x86 muscle. We don't have a Windows muscle, I guess. Cool. For example, common targets. I don't know, what should I call this? Here's a few of the there we go. So we got Linux, Windows, Mac for ARM. We've got Thumb, we've got Wasm, we've got Linux, Mac, Windows for AMD 64. Yeah, so I think this is a good list of the targets that I want to use personally. Okay. So this will be interesting to see if I can get... I'm just going to try this out. Let's see if my little Hello World program will if I can build that for Windows real quick from this Linux machine that doesn't really have any special stuff. If this, it should work, right? Because this doesn't require special stuff. So we're going to do hello.exe, and it's got to compile a bunch of stuff. That makes sense. It's taking a really long time. I mean, not as whatever. I guess it's compiling a lot of toolchain stuff. Holy moly. Can you believe it? A Hello World requires compiling 408 dependencies. I'm guessing that a lot of this is not actually things that are going to be included, but it's just stuff that's necessary to pre-compile as part of the toolchain operations or something. All right, so let me see if I can now get that hello.exe on my Windows computer somehow. Best way to do that is probably to use Snapdrop. Let's see, snapdrop.net. I'm going to open that up over here. Snapdrop.net. Good. Except that I'd actually have to have it on this computer in order for that to work. Okay, well let's try this out. I'm going to open up, same thing here, main.c. I'm going to cat out the main.c that's over here. Same thing. I'm actually going to correct one issue. Let's see how well this works. I'm going to, put out the \n. And then let's do the same thing here. Zig cc-o hello.exe temp main.c, and then let's get those targets on here. No, unfortunately, no, I have not been evicted yet. So for those of you joining in that didn't catch the stream last night, I was kind of being a little, what's the term, tongue-in-cheek, saying that I want to get evicted. The truth of the matter is, it would be simpler if I could get evicted. I would save money and time if I could just get evicted, because with the way the contract is being interpreted by my landlord, for whatever reason, I don't know. It's because it's too far removed from people. It's too much of the machine and bureaucracy, and the contract is obviously the reason we have contracts is to prevent hopefully both parties from any unfair treatment. We want to prevent loss. We want to make sure that people, that there's recompense so that we don't make an agreement and then lose out. My landlord is not making available any way for me to swap my contract with another tenant, even though I provided a tenant. Typically in this situation, the landlord will just give some sort of fee in the range of, say, $250 or so. And there's no provision in the contract specifically for a transfer of contract, but there is a provision that basically says if we vacate the premises, then we're only responsible for damages and the rent until they re-let the apartment. But it also says that we are immediately we are immediately responsible for the entire sum of rent, but we have a pending contract that we haven't even started. And so it's just really weird. And the obvious way to handle this situation is for us to pay the administrative fees in relationship with them swapping over tenants, but they're choosing to not abide by their own contract and to interpret it in a way that is not in line with Utah law, because they basically copy the lines from the contract more or less from the Utah housing law code. It's just weird. It's just weird. So if I were to get evicted, that would be the cheapest, fastest, and simplest way to get out of the contract with the fewest strings attached. And obviously, if this were to go before a judge, obviously it would be a business malpractice if you treat the customers who treat you better, that give you advance notice, that, do the things that you would hope a customer would do for you. If you treat them worse than the customers that you evict, then obviously that that looks a lot like extortion, because then you're just trying to take advantage of people that have more money and say, well, I'm not going to deal with the people that get evicted because obviously their situation's, worse or something. I don't know. I don't know how to interpret it. I think it's just people being dumb and a lawyer using copy paste language that copy and pasted from multiple other contracts that he created for other clients, didn't actually make sure that the contract made any sense. And so there's a couple of phrases here and there that are just out of place. So anyway, it's I think it was entertaining and fun. If you care to check it out and go watch it. All right, I'm going to put this into my downloads folder real quick, and then we're going to go grab it. Let me see if I can grab from downloads. Maybe I'll link to that in a second. Let's see, can we get my hello.exe? Yes, we can. All right, and I've got hello.exe over here. I'm going to save it. Yes. Hello.exe is not commonly downloaded. Make sure you trust it. Oh my goodness. Keep anyway. Keep anyway. All right, there. Now I've finally downloaded it. Okay, /downloads and hello. Hey-oh! This is awesome. I just that's the easiest time I've ever had cross-compiling C code. I could not be happier right now. This is awesome. Zig for the win. Except it doesn't deserve the Doge coin. It deserves just I need a soundbite that's just the coin. That's not the Doge, because that makes it look like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not. I mean, this is a big win. This is a win. Okay? This is the kind of win that it is. It's that kind of win. The funny thing is, if I did sublet it, it would probably work out just fine. Well, until the point that they did an inspection, which then still may not matter. I don't know. But yeah, if I were to sublet it, legally, I would be more in the wrong, and I would potentially, if it were to go before a judge, I would be legally more in the wrong. I think that if things go before a judge, which is kind of what we're optimizing for, we don't want to do anything stupid that's going to put us in a bad lighter situation. We're trying to do everything that we can to make sure that it is as favorable for our landlord as possible. I mean, also just, common sense, right? If somebody's giving you the sweetest end of the deal, typically you want to take that, right? It's just, again, I'm sticking with, I believe this is extortion from what I understand extortion to mean in Utah law and from my experience. I believe that this is actually third degree felony theft by extortion. Now, why? I don't know. It could just be the stupidity of some manager. But what the heck is a Raven coin? What is a Raven coin? I don't even know what you're saying. I'm gonna look up Raven coin real quick on the other screen, just in case it's one of those things, with the kids these days. Oh no, I don't know anything about that. What? Okay, Brave Search definitely has something wrong. Because I just searched Sonic coin and it had 0 results. This is obviously not correct. By the way, aren't y'all happy how the Sonic movie ended up? I was so worried that it was going to be just terribly bad. I'm so glad that they fixed it. Oh, can you just imagine how terrible it would have been if they'd gone with that original anthropomorphic design? Sorry, this is what I'm looking at. Let me bring this over for a second. Just imagine how bad that movie could have been. I don't know where the original one is. Was this one of the... Yeah, I think that kind of looks like... No, this one has got the teeth fixed. Okay. Yeah, see, this one's cute. That's nice. Or maybe the other one didn't. I don't know. I don't care. I'm getting out of there. All right, let's get back to what's important here. So, awesome. Cross-compiling worked. Just that alone. I want to go look at the one about Rust though, real quick, because if I can cross-compile Rust with Zig, the funny thing is Rust or Zig may get me a bit more into Rust, because Rust definitely has better hold in the marketplace. But as I've said, one of the core reasons that I don't use Rust on the daily is because it doesn't have a good cross-compile story, and I want something that's very easy to cross-compile. Okay. Zig makes Rust cross-compilation just work. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Let's see. Zig linker. I think there's got to be a better way to do this. Maybe there isn't. Okay. I think I'm gonna... How to cross-compile Rust with Zig. See also. Let's see if I can narrow this down. And I think I may actually want to do something here. I think I may actually want to have a Zig cross that just does. Let's see, could we do this? What if we take this? This is kind of a non-standard thing here. Sort dash U. Okay, and then for each of these, let's see, how do I want to do this? Let's see, my targets equals okay, so we'd have to have JQ for this to work. Maybe I'll just put it in the README for now, and maybe I'll update this later. Create a wrapper for each supported architecture. Architecture, am I spelling that right? For, what would we do? My target in my targets do, is it done? Is that how it works? I forget. Somebody remind me here. Still learning Go, that's good. Zig seems like a big can of worms, for me at least. Explain more. Why does it sound like a big can of worms? Because I don't think that it is a big can of worms. I think that it is a very elegant solution to a common problem. I think that this is, to me, this is a godsend. I wish I'd looked into this sooner. I do want to learn some Zig, but I honestly, I think I'm just going to use this to start building Rust. I can use it. So one of the things that's nice about Webi is you can use it in GitHub Actions. And so you can get whatever tools you need for whatever tools you need, simply, and just kind of hold to one ecosystem with minimum complexity. So what was I going to say here? I was going to say something. Let me think about it for a little bit. Let me go do this first. So let's say bin Zig create aliases, maybe. Zig create crossies. That's what I'm going to call it. Actually, hold on. I don't want to put this in here. I want to put it in. I want to put it up at the top level. Do I have that? Yeah, I do. Good. Okay. Bin bash set dash e set dash u. All right. So for my target and my targets do. And what do I want to do? Echo EOF. And we don't want, yeah, we do want this into, let's say, bin, what would it be? Zig, CC, and then my target. Is that, and were these, let me see again, were these targets, how were they set out? These targets are named with dashes and underscores. Okay, so we'll go with dashes then. Yeah, so we'll stick with that. Zig CC my target. All right, that should be plenty good. So we could say local bin for this. And then what do we want? We want an EOF at the end. And in the middle, we want bin bash set dash e set dash u. I suppose we don't want bash even, we want just sh. And then for each of these, we're just going to do, this should work to just say Zig CC, I think. Let's go with my Zig equals. No, I don't want to do it that way. So we could do home / local opt Zig CC. That should be correct. And then we want this to be there. I want my target to be here. Okay. So this should do the business like that. Zig CC target. Okay, that's essentially what we need, right? And then we're going to need CC equals, we would actually need to run export CC. Yeah. I wonder if I could get a hello world in Rust to build for Windows this way. This would be really cool to check and see if I could do. All right. Yeah, so Zig is two things. Zig is a platform for cross-compiling C, C++, Rust, and Go, as far as their C code is concerned. And the other thing is Zig is a programming language that is essentially C, but a modern C as if it was created intentionally and with hindsight. So it has namespaces, for example, and C, everything is a global, and there's no scope or closures. It's just everything's globals, and there's no namespaces, and there's no portability, which is ironic because C was at the time, I think, considered to be a portable language, which it completely is not. Okay, and then we have this linker. So one thing that stinks here that needs to be made better is that yeah. What was I going to say? The thing that stinks here needs to be made better is how we automate some of this stuff away. So this is a bit easier. I'd kind of want to add this just in general. Yeah, I guess ZCC, I could go with that. Zig CC or ZCC, whatever. Yeah, let's call it ZCC. That makes sense. I'm down with that. ZCC. And then ZPP maybe? Okay, so let's just run this and see how this works out. And then we'd want to do the same thing again for the pluses. So we just want to have ZPP, and then we'd want to have C++ here, and we could call that good. Okay, why is this? For do done. Why is it complaining? Did I want cat instead? Yeah, I probably did want cat, huh? Yeah, I did want cat instead. Thank you. Very kind of you. Very kind. All right, and then what am I missing here? What is it complaining about? Nothing. It's complaining about absolutely nothing anymore. Okay, so Zig create crossies. And then now I should have what? Zig ZCC. No? I guess we need to make sure that we've made this executable. So let's go ahead and do that. So chmod a plus x. And then same thing here. But we need to change that to ZPP. So let's see, ZCC. Sweet. Yeah, this looks good. Ba-da-da-da. Well, we'll have to get to the point where we can actually check and see if it works. Okay. Portable as an ocean. I don't even know what that means. Yeah. Are you working on a laptop? Indeed, I am, and I can tell that you use the QWERTY keyboard because your A and your S. No, you're not. You're on a phone. That's not a mistake that somebody on a QWERTY keyboard makes. That's a mistake that somebody on a phone makes. Yeah, you're on a phone. Okay. Yeah, I like this. I think I might want to include this with the installer. I'm not sure. Zig reader. For now, I'm just going to paste it in here, but I'll have to think about this. Let's see how this works out. This will be interesting. I'm going to say replace the starting line with 1, 2, 3. Oh, whoops. There we go. Yeah. All right, so then 2 is going to be set the CC and CPP envs. Export CC equals, and then I guess what this might need to be is home.local bin. Trying to think of what's a better way to automate this process. So let's see, maybe like this. Whoops. So this should be ZCC like that. And then what would we do for C? Is it CPP? Three, you may need to also specifically set the linker. For example, with Rust's cargo.toml. See what we get here. I wonder if there's a better way to do this now, because this is about a year old. Kind of want to ask, is this still the best way to do this? Okay. Interesting. All right, and this would have been what? x86 64 Windows? Is that how we would do this for Rust? Let's see. Rust target. Oh, really? That'd be Rust. Kind of surprised I don't have that on here. Oh, and I didn't answer the question. Yes, I am developing on a laptop. I've got the M1 Max is what I've got. Okay. Oh, wait. Cargo. Target list, maybe? Cargo target help. Cargo help target. Oh, no. Let's see, list, no. Help. List. There we go. Intuitive enough. Great. So maybe we've got Windows. Interesting. Okay, cool. So that should be like that then, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And then Apple Darwin is what's installed. And we still don't have ARM support for Apple, do we? Or do we? ARM, yeah, interesting. We still don't have proper ARM support. That's really, really weird to me. Yeah, it's okay. All right, let me get back through comments here. It's my crap laptop. I appreciate the attention, my bad typing and janky keys. Yeah, you're welcome anytime. Anytime. I greatly dislike doing most things on my laptop. Yeah, if it's a janky laptop, that means it's a Windows laptop. And if it's a Windows laptop, that means that they gave you maybe a CPU that is worth, I don't know, somewhere between $80 and $200. And then they made it impossible to worth between, I don't know, 80 and 200 cents. Oh, good. You've got a new computer. I'm glad to hear that. It's excellent news. Okay. So, okay. I think that I may include another utility. So up where it says files, I think I'm going to go with .local bin zig create crossies. And I think I am going to take this file here and include it so that this can be a lot simpler. So we've got bin zig create crossies, and I'm just going to copy that. Let's put that under zig. And then I think I'm going to do the same thing that I do with others. I'm trying to think, what's one where I ship a custom script with it as well? Yeah, well, I think most laptops, the thing that stinks is them not including a keyboard and a mouse or trackpad that works. Because I honestly, on a budget laptop, I don't know. I just don't believe in budget stuff. Well, I do believe in budget stuff if it's good budget stuff. I believe in budget stuff if it works and it's reliable. I love budget stuff that works and is reliable. But I don't believe in things that it would be better to throw it away and not deal with the hassle than lose the hours of your life that it inflicts upon you. You know, I think the SSH, yeah, SSH set pass might be a really good one here to take a look at. Webi download, yep. Run the command. Yeah, this looks about right. Well, so here's the other question is should I just have a package called Zig Crossies? And maybe not put this under Zig since it's not part of the standard tooling, but it's something that's just so obvious that it needs to be there, you know? I'm just going to put this in with the install.sh. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with pkg post. Let's see, Golang install post. Yeah, I don't want to really mess this up. PKG link. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to leave it in the README for now. We can always fix that up later. I'm gonna do this. How to cross compile Go Stego Golang with Zig. See the section above about Rust. It's almost exactly the same. See also, and then I think I had something here. Let's get out of that. Let's see. You could also check out Zig Tool. There was something that this Zig tool came from where I found it that looks like I didn't document. Well, Let me look in here. Yeah, we need something like this for Rust is basically what we need. Oh, interesting. Oh, I like that. So we don't need to create one for all of the different wrappers. We could just specify Zig target. I like that a lot. That is a much more elegant solution, as it turns out. So we can, okay, good thing I looked into that. So we can do export Zig target equals. There we go. That's good. Yeah, then we could just call this Zig CC would be totally appropriate. And then Zig CPP would be totally appropriate. And then this should work. Let me see if that holds true. I think it will. Okay. I'm just going to put down here, if setting Zig target doesn't work for you, you can also create a Zig CC wrapper for each supported target. There we go. This would be our Zig create crossies. Alrighty. Hey, what's up? Hey, it's Jordan in the Discord. Thanks for the ETA suggestion. I have to look into that. I didn't realize EJS was dead. Yeah, EJS is just kind of a really crappy project. It's just, it's one of those things. First of its kind is the worst of its kind. You know, much like, I don't know, there's so many things where what became popular didn't become popular because of its quality. It became popular because of a confluence of events. And EJS is one of those things where EJS itself is just really junky. And ETA, or ETA, 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 it's pronounced ETA, but I often mispronounce it ETA. It's called ETA. ETA is just a much better tool. But I still haven't looked at your. I tried to look at your video on my phone, but I couldn't. It didn't work right. But I'll try to check it out on my computer a little later. Let's see how to create and welcome to the channel. Oh wait, no, you've already been here before. Iconic, I remember that. Yeah, I didn't know you were Jordan. Anyway, create a Zig CC and Zig CPP wrapper. Okay, so this is precisely what we want here. Okay. And then, was I correct on this? Is it a single dash on the target there? Let me go back to, how did I create this? It is, indeed, it's a single dash on the target. Okay, so what we need to do here then is have, really we need to have a few different things. So we need to have a dot local, so we just need a bin zig cc, which should be bin sh set dash e set dash u. Even know, maybe we don't want to do set dash e and set dash u. Let me think about that. What did it say on this other page? Okay, I don't think we want the set dash e and set dash u. I'm not sure. Let's put them there for safekeeping so far. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to edit this one. That's not what I want to edit. I just wanted to copy this one. So we want to copy. There we go. Okay, so we don't need that. We don't need the backslash in front of here. We don't need the target or the backslash in front of there. So this would be correct. And then we would need approximately the same thing for the other one. And then we would need to have also okay, let's see. Maybe we actually do want it the way that I said before. Yeah, because we're going to do this. We're going to do EOF, and then we're going to put it into .local / bin zig cc. Sure. We're going to do it like that. And then we're going to have our EOF. And so this would need the backslash. And this would need the backslash as well. And then we would just meld those together. Zig CC, Zig CC. Yeah, all of this would be quite simple. And then we just copy this over for Zig CPP. There we go. Okay, now this is correct. All right, so we want CC, CPP, and Zig target ENVs, for example. And then here, we would simply need, now that gets a little bit more difficult because it's going to need the real path. So this would be what? Home change me .local bin zig cc. I don't know if we have a way to do a relative path to that. Or maybe it could work. I should try this out. Let's do cargo. What is it? Cargo init. Is that what it would be? Cargo init. Relo. Let's call it that. Oops. Let's just try this out. Let's see if we can cross compile this for Windows with Zig. So what I'm going to want to do is exactly what I've specified here. Let me get back to this page. By the way, hello everybody. I'm AJ O'Neill. I'd love to know who you are, what brings you here tonight, what you're interested in, if you care to divulge it. I see we have quite a few people joined in, and I'm happy to have you. I don't feel like I'm being as entertaining tonight as I was last night, but hopefully just as valuable. Okay, let's go over here. Oh, whoops. Let's get into Bash. There we go. Okay, cool. Did that with Bash. I'm going to do this one with Bash. Okay, so Zig CC, good. We've got Zig CC and we got Zig CPP. Good, 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 good. Let's go ahead and give this a try then. We are going to run our exports here, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna try to do this as just take what's in the path. I don't think I need to give the full path on this. I could be wrong. But I'm going to try that and see how that goes. And then let's run our Rust command and see how well it does. Let's see if we hit our linker problem that they're describing over here. So cargo, build, target, and we want to target Windows. Okay. Whoops. Whoop. Oh. Okay, cargo. That's weird. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that over here. My bad. Ah. Okay, grab these again. Bring them over here. Yes. Okay. Cargo, build, target, and then I think what we wanted was x86-64 PC Windows GNU. Oh, let's go into our, where's our Rust project? What the heck happened? Didn't I have a relo? Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. And what was our problem with the build? Linking. Okay, indeed, we get the exact same linker problem. And so we need to specify our linker for the various targets. Ah, cargo config.toml. All right, got it. So this is a problem that we can update in a pretty generic way. So let's go into README, but we might need, let's see. Okay, I'm going to be so happy if this is all working out. This is going to be well worth the investment of the time here. Okay, set no number. So again, I think we don't need all of this prefix. We just need Zig CC, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if that works. Okay. Ah, we don't have Zig installed. Let's install Zig. Oh, we need to, this is our beta, so we need to beta install Zig. There we go. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and put that in our path. And then let's try this one more time. Cargo build. Okay, it's taking longer. That's a good sign. All right, so I'm not clear what happened here. Linking with ZigZC failed. All right, now let's go back and let's see what happens if we do ZigCC. So this one actually did give the full path. And I think the other one did as well. Okay, with the full path. So let's see what happens if we just change it to the full path in the config.toml. So if we say it is users aj.local bin zigcc. Let's see if that changes anything. I don't think it will. Let's just try it out. Okay. Incomplete symbol table. Library not found. Okay, let's try doing this. Do we have our export Zig target equals, what was it? x64, no, x86 underscore 64. Oh, gotta kill the bot. Oh, try and display data that's not there. Yeah, that's troublesome. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try this just to see if it makes a difference. I'm going to try adding the target directly into the .local bin zig cc. And let's see what happens with this one. I actually hope this doesn't work and that the problem is elsewhere. For example, perhaps that I've never tried to compile anything with Zig. No, I did. I tried to compile this with Zig. Ah, but it was in the wrong place before. That's right. Okay, it's taking a really long time now. So I think that may have been the fix. Okay. This is a different problem. Okay, so we do need, for Rust, we do need the crossies that specifies the target. It is not good enough. Okay, I need to fix something real quick. We're going to get rid of the ziglang stuff just to make sure that that's not a problem for us. Okay, DLL import. I did specify the tool chains, didn't I? Rust up tool chains. Da 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 da. Okay, let me see if I can figure out what this is. Let's see. Rust is using NMSVC toolchain. This is too complex. I was hoping that this would kind of just work. Let me go read this a little more carefully. Let me go back to the Zig CC. Yeah, so we added that in there. Let me go ahead and add that in the other one as well. CPP. So add that in here. Where else might I need to add that? .config cargo config. Linker to use is Zig CC. Okay. So it looks like everything's correct here. Zig help. Because it has a DLL tool, it has a lib tool. I don't know. Let's see. Cargo.toml Windows linker. Okay, we can specify the target. Okay, I might have to ask this on the Rust list. Let me make sure that I'm doing exactly what he's suggesting here. I bet if I do this with Linux, it won't be a problem. Let's try it with Linux just to decrease the barrier, you know, the realm of possible errors, because Windows is of course going to have special things that it needs. So let's do unknown Linux muscle. And then likewise in our Zig CC, let's change this to target Linux muscle. And then let's do rust up target install. And then did we already do? Let me just make sure that we did install. What was it? x86-64 PC Windows GNU. Yeah, all right, that one's there. So then we want to try the same thing with unknown Linux muscle. Okay, let me go ahead and add this here as well. Install the corresponding Rust toolchains. And then what we need, Apple Darwin. I think those are the ones that we would need. ARch64 probably. Let me try that one as well. Just for funsies. Okay. So let's try to do a cross compile, and we're going to swap this out to unknown Linux muscle. See if this will build. Because it may just be that Windows is a little bit more complex. All right, what's the problem here? Unsupported linker arg. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. I was hoping this would be nice and easy. Let me make sure one more time that I've got everything set up the way that it should be. And then I'm just going to give up for now and come back to it at a later time. So x86-64 unknown Linux muscle. And then here, x86-64 Linux muscle CC target. And then with the CPP, we're just going to do the same thing real quick. Make sure it's not a C++ problem. I mean, that shouldn't be the problem, but just to make sure everything is as simple as can be. Oh, let's change the Zig target, because that could be bad if we're leaving that as Windows. So let's do Linux muscle here. Nope, same thing. Z now start. Let me just check this out real quick. Yep, okay, I'm on the same version, getting some of the same problems. Oh, okay. Ugh. All right, so those were only warnings. So this should be there according to this documentation. Oh, whew. All right, what was the error then? Error. There's a warning. Warning, warning. Duplicate symbol. Start. All right, so this one, it's not as awesome as hoped. Okay, this is from February 9th, so maybe this hasn't landed yet in the latest. Just to give it, one more old college try. Let's do Zig at 0.10. Or maybe Zig at master. Oh, it's taking a longer time. Oh, still a problem. Duplicate symbol. Huh, and it's still coming up with these unsupported linker args. Let me just do Command-V Zig real quick. Let's do Zig version. Interesting. I'm not sure what to make of that. Okay, let me go check comments here. Sorry, I haven't been checking those for a little bit. Crud, welcome. Crud, get out of here. All right. Well, I think I'm just going to move on from this because my hopes and dreams were not realized, sadly. So for now, I think that let's see. Again, not finishing my sentences. What was I saying? This one was going to be x64, 64, Windows, GNU. I'm just doing target. Okay. Same thing here. But yeah, we don't. I'm pretty sure. I do need to double check this one thing. So config. No, was it cargo config? I don't know why they did it that way. I do just want to check that this will work too. Yeah, it seems to be arriving at the right thing. Zig CC, yeah. So I can say we don't need all of that. This alone is good enough. And I think I'm going to leave this one out. Okay, we got that there. I got this one here. So that looks right, that looks right, that looks right, that looks right. And then this would be correct. And then we could swap this out for unknown Linux muscle. I'm just going to put them all here just for funsies, even though we're not sure how to get them all to work yet. I'll figure that out later. So we're going to want muscle windows. Apple Darwin. And then what was this called again? I think it was called Apple GNU. Is that what it was? Let's go check and see. Or Mac OS? Was it Apple or was it Mac OS? Mac OS GNU. Okay. And then we should be able to have Linux in here for a Arch 64 as well. Okay. So those are the ones that I'm interested in personally. We got the Windows, we got the ARM Linux, we've got the x86 Linux, we got the x64 Mac OS. And we're mapping those appropriately. Yeah, that seems good enough. Okay. All right, Zig CC. Okay, I think I've got that all correct now. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of all of this. All right, I think that's as good as it's going to get for now. Last thing before I end this is just going to be about the Zig tools. So we've got Zig init exe, so we could do we can create Zig hello. We can go into the directory. We can do Zig init exe and then Zig build exe. I think that is, let's see here, set no number. Or I guess it doesn't matter. I can just refresh this over here and then grab it that way. So let's go create a Zig program. And then, I don't know if that's what I want. I'm going to rough that Relo project, and then let's create our Zig hello real quick. Okay, dir -p Zig hello push d Zig hello Zig init, and then Zig build exe. Zig build. Zig phone, Zig run. Okay, we could do Zig run. Zig build. Zig out. Ah, there we go. So let me just rough everything and let's just try this again. Oops. Okay, Zig init exe, and then Zig build exe, or just Zig build. That's where we get our Zig out from, huh? Zig hello. So Zig build exe name build exe hello. Zig, whoops, Zig hello, no. Name hello. Name Zig hello. Interesting. So if we just run Zig build, then that does the right thing. Okay. But what if we give it Zig build dash target is, what was it? x8664 Windows, was it? No. Yeah. Windows GNU. How do I do multiple targets? Cross-compile Zig. I just want to, how do I natively cross-compile Zig? Okay, Zig build exe. And then we give it source Zig main target. Okay, there we go. But where does this information go? So let's delete everything again, Zig init exe again, and then Zig build. And what do we get? Oh, we get main.exe. Okay, so target, and then can we give it, do we give it dash name hello? No. Do we give it dash o hello? Can we do dash help? What do we say to give it the name that we want as the out file? Target makes sense. Override root name. Okay, let's try this then. Dash name. Hello.exe. Got it. Boom. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay. It's kind of weird, you know, with the dash for some and the single dash for others. And kind of a little bit of a turnoff on that one, I'd have to say. All right. Create a new project directory. And go ahead and bring all of these. Oh, there we go. Then we want to initialize the project with the new build.zig. Build hello.exe for Windows from Mac OS or Linux. There we go. Let's see if we can run all three of these. If we can run all three of these, I'm quite satisfied. So we ran the first one. Let's see if we can do hello arm arch64. Let's see if we can, yeah, if we can do all these, then I'm quite satisfied with the outputs for now. Okay, that looks good. And then we will do this one as well. Okay, so it looks like I've got some hellos here. And then I'm only expecting hello Mac OS to actually run. Yep. And then hello won't run. Hello ARM won't run. Hello.exe, of course, won't run. And, oh, I suppose that we should be able to try Mac OS ARch64. Let's see if we can get that to run as well. Ba 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 bum. All right. So it's past 1:30 now. I do need to make it towards bed. Didn't get to do anything other than Zig tonight, but that's okay. This was absolutely awesome. I think I got some really valuable information out of this. If you've got ideas for how to make this better, please do a pull request. I'll have this up shortly. I think I need to combine it with something else to sneak it through, or just go ahead and actually get my stuff reviewed. Let's see here. The Zen of Zig. I actually want to put how to cross-compile C++ with Zig first, because again, for me, I think the most important thing that Zig has to offer is its ability to cross compile. And I want to figure out this Rust stuff. I think I might have to get some help from people in the Rust community and the Zig community to figure out how to do this. But yeah, I think this is doable. I think this is going to lead to goodness. All right, let me do one more refresh on here, check it out, and then I think we'll call it a night. Okay. We've got a good way to install it. We're not going to do the create crossies thing. Let me get rid of that. We might do that later, but we're not doing it now. Okay. All right. General purpose. Okay. Okay. How to cross compile. Targets we might be interested in. I think that I just want to move that one example up. Dang it. There we go. And same thing here. Okay, that looks good. Okay, let me check out. We got some comments here. Is that what I see popping up? Why doesn't Dino support glibc? I mean, why doesn't Dino support muscle? So comments that I'm reading here are, I like muscle, but Dino has me sticking with glibc for the time being, or rather not switching entirely to muscle. I use muscle when I can. Yeah, for me, I just want static builds. I just want things that are reliable and reproducible. That's what I care about. Okay, let me continue reading through here. I should probably stick the native examples together and the cross-compile examples together. That seems, logically, I think that follows better, rather than separating them out in the way that I did. Here we go. Okay, let's take a look at this again. That makes sense. I think I can make that a little bit simpler. Hey, what's up, Benjamin? Welcome, thanks. Okay. Let's see. So trim that down just a little bit. Yep. Oh, and we don't need that bit down there anymore because I already have made that prevalent elsewhere. Okay. All right, well, I think that's good. I think this is a great start. I'm just going to commit this as a fold in base-i main, and then we're going to rename this one. We're just going to call this feet add ziglang. That should be good enough. I'm going to go ahead and push that up. I've got the pull request open for it already. And let me see if I can abuse some other PR to get this one through, as I often do with my Webi PRs. This is so cool. Okay, so add Zig. Let's do a linked, we can link a pull request, right? Where is it at? Transfer issue. There's a link here somewhere. Let me go back over here. So 427. So this is no longer whip. This is now ready to go. And then we've got all that in there. And then note Rust cross compile docs need some work. Number 427, was that right? There we go. So now we've got those linked together. And I am going to see, let's see, this has been approved. So maybe I can just get these through then, right? Yeah, this looks good. So very simple fix here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to abuse the Rust Hello World docs fix in order to get my Ziglang stuff in. So I have this approval requirement, but I can't approve my own PRs. And so unless Ryan is immediately available for things that I don't feel are too risky, I will just abuse another PR and get mine into it. And then, yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and make sure this is based off of main. Good. Make sure that this looks good. Let's just fold that into the previous one. We don't really need two of these there. And then let's go ahead and force push that. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my add Zig. And, well, actually, I think I'm just going to do get rebase, add Zig. And then I'm going to push this up again like that. And then I'm going to go approve it. And then I'm going to rebase, what was it, docs rust? Well, let me make sure that this is pulled down. Get rebase docs rust. And then I'm going to go approve myself and then push this up. Okay, so files changed. We're looking originally at this one. Let's just make sure. Yeah, that's really, really simple. Docs update, completely non-controversial. Let's go ahead and get that through. Thanks, Duncan, for giving me a way to approve my own commits. There we go. So that should knock out both of these. This one, we should go ahead and get this one approved. I think I just have a tiny update there for fish. So same thing. Just going to do Webi review, throw this one down, copy and paste these things here. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do, but yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. Okay, and then I'm actually going to rerun this get rebase -i main. I'm going to rerun both of these because we want to reword this because that's not what this actually is. So this was what? Fix for, I think, PyEnv update for latest fish. Okay. And then we should be able to do force push on that. I'll go review this. We'll get this one merged in. I'm just going to double check that this is exactly what I asked for from the conversation here, because it took a few things. All right, status, login, init, path, pipe, source. Status is interactive, PyEnv, init. I don't know if I like that status is interactive, actually. It's correct. Oh, okay, so it's got both. Is login, is interactive. Okay, yeah, we'll go with it. All right, that looks good. So we're going to go ahead and approve and tag a thank you here. Thank you. Whoops. If you'd like me to buy you lunch, just drop your whoops. There we go. Dash address here, and I'll send you a tip. And I'm going to go put that in the other one as well. So what was the one that I just closed out? By the way, anybody that contributes to Webi, I kind of have a standing policy. I'll buy you lunch for any significant contribution or that I arbitrarily feel that I want to do it. There we go. Okay. So this one is now approved, right? So I can just go ahead and push on this, I think. Let's go ahead and try that out. Git checkout main, git rebase, fish config changes, git push. Bump, bump, bump. Huzzah! All right, I got that one done too. Okay. Oh, and let me catch up on comments here. Rust is fine with muscle and most of other Dino's other dependencies, I imagine. That's me. Oh, it's because V8 doesn't work great with muscle. Okay. Yeah. Well, they should just fix that, shouldn't they? Okay, is there anything else I can knock out real quick? Shell check warnings by Yorun. I do want to get those fixed. Okay, did we get this fixed here? So I don't understand why he's still doing this. We don't want to remove this. We do not want Yorun. We don't want to do this. I don't think. So bash RC. What? Okay, I'm a little confused. What are we doing here? Regex is home cargo env. Okay, bash RC. Okay, dir pathman add. So z shims instance regex with. No, we don't want this. We do not want this. This is the only change we want. We don't want, or no, this is the only change we want. We don't want the other changes. The other stuff should just be left alone. So cargo env, yes, we do not source cargo env from ZSH. We just don't do it. All right. No. I don't want any changes to dot cargo slash env. Pathman is sufficient. Adding and then keeping with how Webi updates paths. There we go. All right, so this one I'm not approving yet. Okay, whip dash core. Oh, we've got, let's see, do we get any more movement on any of these other things? Oh, we got a bunch of shell check warnings fixed. Oh, oof. See, this one is good. I actually really like this one. It was a big change, though. Oh, interesting. I actually don't want to do that. But I'm okay with doing it. But I actually prefer to use grep. So I think, and these exports, it doesn't actually make a difference because these are all sourced. So we don't need an export, but I suppose the export is appropriate. Oh gosh. Uh, One note, I prefer grep over the bash isms because grep is more well known. I'd prefer to silence warnings about using grep or sed rather than switch to bashisms. So I just might revert those. Anyway, there's quite a few files. I just need to go through them all. But we've got Zig. We've got Zig on Webi. Webinstall.dev/Zig. This is not beta. This is the real deal. One last thing to do before getting off for the night is I'm going to go into our homepage. Was it views _ index or something like that? Or just index? We've got node on here. And so I don't know what to call Zig. Also, I kind of want to get these in alphabetical order because they're kind of in BOGO order right now. Let's see. We have Dino. I hate it when I mispronounce it to be the way that they want us to pronounce it. Okay. Well, I think node kind of, the rest of them should be in alphabetical order, but node, no. Okay, so E, F, G. Because node is just so popular, I just want it to be the first one. I just want it to be, yeah. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, and then we've got Zig. So modern cross compiler language toolchain and language. Okay, this one's way too long. Web, mobile, and desktop, secure, written in Rust. Let's see. Where do we bring this to? There we go. I'm just going to put add Zig to homepage. Go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and on prod, I'm going to do a pull for that. This is weird. Okay, let's see if we can run Webi Zig, which I think we can. Yep, already got it. And I'm just going to remrough here. Get rid of all the Zigs, and then I'm going to get rid of it from my downloads as well. And I'm going to get rid of it from my Webi downloads, Webi cache. And then I'm just going to reinstall Zig from scratch here, more or less. Make sure everything looks good. And then let's go ahead and reinstall Node, just make sure, common thing isn't broken. Okay, so I don't think we broke anything, and I think I'm good to go to bed. So, thanks for joining in. Thanks for learning about Zig with me. I really would like to hear if you have if you can figure, if any of you are already, Rust curious and whatnot. I would love to see if somebody else can figure out how to get the Rust cross compilation working, or hit up the Zig community, figure that out. That would be awesome. I'm going to read through the comments here, and then I'm going to tell you all good night. Okay. How do you keep your sanity while running Node in sensitive environments? It feels like there's almost no with the security risks. I need a sandbox on my own laptop just for development. So one, I don't install random dependencies. Two, I use VPSs. I do not install other people's crap. I just don't. Other than Express, but I don't run the when I pick dependencies, I hand pick them. And if I'm doing something that feels experimental or dangerous, I will run it in a VM first. But I think any ecosystem could have the problems that Node has. Node's just an easy target because all of the adults left the room. And so what we have left are religious zealots that are the wrong kind of religious zealot, and children. And so that's why Node has become what it's become. All right. Oh. Yeah. Well, again, thanks for watching. Like, thumbs up, follow and sub if you want to. Check the links for related and unrelated things, including if you are interested in having a VPS. There's my DigitalOcean affiliate link. Somebody actually used that the other day, and I got an email about it. I thought that was wonderful. And yeah, I'll catch y'all tomorrow. So tomorrow, what we're going to be doing is there is some code. Let me see if I can find it. BLS signatures. Is this the right one? Dash pay BLS signatures. Yeah. So we're going to dig through some of this code to find where it's using the Relic toolkit, and we're going to see if we can get, does this have a demo? Let me see, CMake source. Does this have a bin? I don't think this has a demo binary, but that's okay. We're basically going to see if we can get a little bit of code built using Zig as a cross compiler for this, and create a little utility that just outputs a random key pair that is compatible with the Dash testnet. So I think we're going to be successful in that. We shall see. One thing I might try to do is I might actually try to cross compile all of Dash with Zig. In fact, let's just for giggles, I'm not going to debug this at all. I am going to immediately run away. But just for giggles, let's see what happens if, oh wait, we already have it here. I put it under dash C. Whoops, what? No? Oh, there it is. Dash DC. There it is. This is the likelihood that this will work is about 0. But we could just try Zig build. I don't know what would happen there. I have no idea what we could possibly do here. give it source files and I don't know, star.star. I'm just gonna let that run and see what happens. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna see if we can get BLS signature keys, signing keys generated. That's gonna be the thing for tomorrow night. All right. With that said, again, thank you for the conversation. Thanks for the terrible jokes and the good jokes and the advice and the bad advice. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day, noon, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And that all said, adios.